Wanted to do something lighter today, and I didn't want to go to Link to the Past. I did grind it a little bit on my free time to get the items that I was missing. I did grab the cape. I didn't grab the rod yet, but I know where it is, so I just need to go there and grab it. In any case, the entirety of everything is already set up. Like, the site is already set up. I already know when I'm gonna be doing it, and I just need to, again, post both of the videos and update the site. I should stop punching my microphone. That would be very great as well. But today I thought about it. You know what? I'm not gonna be doing a Link to the Past. I don't want to bother Willow with God of War as well, because, you know, I don't want to be grinding Muspelheim and Niflheim, which is the things that I said that I was gonna be doing. That again, I don't want to push myself too hard, so I thought, you know what, let's do a personality test. Everybody talks about these personality tests, and generally speaking, I don't think these personality tests are very conclusive. Whenever you take a personality test, you have to keep in mind that the human being is a morphing, changing and shifting thing. It doesn't just be like, oh, you are this personality and that's it. Every characteristic of your being is defined, and you can't act outside of those characteristics. I don't believe in that. So we're gonna be taking this test, but it's not gonna like define how I'm gonna act from now. I just want you guys to have a better understanding of some of my perspectives, and I think it's gonna be fun for me to be talking about how I view the world, and also I'm gonna explain why I do why I make every single choice, and that is gonna make an interesting video for everyone watching to understand what I'm doing. In any case, again, last time, don't forget, Tankmas is coming at the end of the week. When you see this video, when you see this video with the personality test, the Tankmas video, both Tankmas videos will already be out, both in Portuguese and in English. I'm gonna be asking you right now to go on my channel and share that video, because it's gonna be the biggest charity event I've ever done in my life. It's gonna be the 3rd year I'm doing Tankmas, and I really would love your help. I have a few surprises still for the day to come, but that is gonna be fun. Okay, let's begin. Let's do the testing and take the test. Wait, nothing happened. Ooh. Oh, I have to literally answer one question at a time. You regularly make new friends. That's complicated to answer. It's not that I don't like making new friends. It's just that I have a hard time making friends. I'm the type of person that whenever I'm online, I think I'm more sociable. I just talk to people a lot more online, and when it comes to actually meeting them, I'm a little bit more shy, and it's not out of shyness, to be honest. I just don't. It's complicated. I'm a person that gives a lot of me to friendships, and that comes with trust. I have a difficulty trusting people, so I do make friends, but it's not that regularly. I do like making new friends, but it's not often. I wouldn't say I disagree. So it can be either of these. Like, you regularly make friends. I slightly disagree, because it's not regularly. I just like making new friends, but it's not something I actively pursue all the time. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. I strongly agree with that one. Including, like, I teach myself languages, I taught myself how to play guitar, and they have different names here in Brazil, but it's the same thing. It's like electric guitar and acoustic guitar. I love, like, reading about horror. Like, I bought the Junji Ito manga. Both Uzumaki and Tomi. Yo is to arrive, but I don't think it's gonna arrive this year, because there's a lot of things going on in Brazil that's making things difficult. But in any case, I strongly agree with this one. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes. Like, one of the things I despise, Like me, Willow, and Dave, generally we go on Discord together, and we like watching funny videos. And there's always that video of someone like falling and everybody's laughing, and I can't laugh. I can't laugh at people getting hurt because I empathize too easily, and I feel like I don't want to see them getting hurt. So I strongly agree with that one. You often make a backup plan for the backup plan. I wouldn't agree with this. I kind of just roll with the punches. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I do have a backup plan, but I don't have a backup plan for my backup plan. I just want to live life, you know. If I think too much about how I'm going to be living life all the time, it kind of takes me out of the fun of actually living life. And sometimes I just want to be like, you know, I'm just going to do this week. However, if things go wrong, I am the type of person that can find fixes or alternatives. I am the person that can be like, you know what, let's do this instead. So I slightly disagree. Or no, I'm it's not that I make plans, it's just that I have an easy time like coming up with solutions for things. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Yes, and that comes with a lot of therapy. I know how to keep myself calm even if like my brain is at the point of bursting. I'm not the type of person that is gonna get angry easily. Like, I think only one person has seen me angry. Yeah, only my best friend saw me angry once. And that's a long story. But yeah, I do generally stay calm, and I don't succumb to pressure too easily. Sometimes like adrenaline can get the hold of me. I remember where me and May were playing, I think it was PCX, and I was last stock situation before getting tossed out of the tournament. Like we got 33rd because we lost, but if I won, we would have got 25th, and then we would have gotten the prize, and yeah, that would have been amazing. However, adrenaline got the best of me because I started thinking about that, and that's one thing that I do a lot. I think about many things at the same time, and sometimes I can overwhelm myself. So I am going to agree, but I'm not going to agree too much because sometimes adrenaline gets a hold of me. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people, and mostly talk to the ones you already know. That's just me. Like, it's not rarely try to introduce. Like, for example, last week, it was my mother's day off. I'm feeling sneezy. She wanted to do like a little hangout party here, and she called a lot of her friends, and I don't know, and she's like, here's my son, here's my son. It's like she introduces me a lot to other people, so I don't technically have to. But if you work for me, like I would just talk to people I know and stay in my room. Like I'm not a very social being, so yeah, I rarely try. But since my mom kind of pushes me towards that, I'm not gonna go 100% strongly agree, because it's not like she's gonna be like, yo, can you talk to this friend of mine? I'm not gonna be like, nah, I don't want to. It's like, that's just rude. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Oh god, stop calling me out. No, I work on 35 projects, get a lot of progress done on a lot of them, and then I don't finish any of them. Still, like, I don't want to talk about this because it's kind of embarrassing, but I still have the podcast that I recorded with Willif the beginning of this year. What is up, dog? Why is dog barking? Still, like, at the beginning of this year, me and Willip were recording a podcast about Dark Souls, and I still haven't finished editing that yet. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's just because when I lose the drive to do something, I just don't push myself, because I know how easy I can burn out. And that's one thing that I have as a personality trait. I burn out too easily. If I keep pushing doing something that I don't like, you can instantly see that I just lose drive to live. I just get very mopey and very slow, and I don't want to talk to people. I get cranky, and people are like, "Oh, you're in a bad mood lately." Okay, As I was saying, I get very cranky, very mopey, and in a bad mood if I get to burnout states. So I generally just try to keep my brain entertained with a lot of projects, and that sometimes just takes out of the productivity file and pile. So yeah, I strongly disagree with this one. You're very sentimental. What do you mean sentimental? If you're talking someone who gets emotionally driven very easily, that might be me. Not too much. Like, I cry watching things that are very emotionally charged. For example, I cried watching Cyberpunk Edge Runners. But sentimental doesn't necessarily mean that you just get sad very easily or you empathize very easily. It also means that you can get very angry very easily, which is completely out of the question. It takes a lot to piss me off, for real. Sometimes I playfully get pissed off, and sometimes I get cranky, like, the game's not working. For fuck's sake, the game's not working. But for you to see me mad, to actually be angry, like vehement hatred, it takes a lot. So I would say that I am the type of emotional person, sentimental person, but not that much. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I fucking despise those things. I keep myself on a schedule just because it's easier for my brain to understand. But my schedule is still pretty lax. I just have like days that I have to stream, and I have a like outline of a time window that I need to stream, for example. I like to keep myself very close to schedules, but not lists. Like, I have a list of things that I need to do. If I keep doing that, I get very annoyed. It does help though, so I'm gonna agree a little bit. Like, I don't like, it's asking me if I like to use organizing tools. I don't like using, I just do use them. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and your knowledge. Nah, I think everyone makes mistakes. One of my favorite quotes, it's attributed to Einstein, but nobody knows if it's actually like that. It's, everyone is a genius, but if you judge the fish for its ability to climb trees, the fish is gonna spend its whole life thinking it's an idiot. And I do like that statement because it shows that everyone can be good at something, and everyone can be bad at something as well. Like, fishes don't climb trees goodly, so it's fine. And if you make a mistake on something that you're already bad at, it doesn't have like that big of a punch. You're already anticipating your mistake. But if you make a mistake on something that you're good at, you can just take that as a learning opportunity and be even better at the thing that you're doing. So I don't think that affects me at all. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and strike? God, no. We're just walking to someone and starting a conversation. That's one of the hardest things for me to do. Like, I do like to chat. I do like to make conversation, especially online. But walking up to someone and just like, you want to chat, you want to do the vocal, you want to flap our mouths together, it's like, nah, fam, that's not for me. And it's not because of shyness, it's just, again, it takes a while for me to build trust, and without trust I can't like openly talk to people about things. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and why can I not words? Also, you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. You are not too interested. I disagree with this. I love debating about shit. I love debating about shit is what I feel like everyone should do a little bit of. I feel like when you talk to people about stuff, you both just grow. Like, of course, both of you have to have the respect, and both of you have to respect the boundaries of where you want your influence to be. Like, you want people to learn about things from you, and you want to learn from the person giving you. Like, even here in Brazil, we have the when you want to be like very slangy and talk in a slang manner, talk like you're gonna talk to somebody, it's trocar ideia, which roughly translate to exchanging ideas. It literally means like you want to exchange some ideas, like that's the basis of whatever I believe in. But at the same time, you don't want to be like, for example, I don't believe in astrology. However, as much as I joke around and like oh, my sign is dinosaur, or like, oh, my Venus moon is on Sagittarius, so I'm cranky today. Like, I joke about that. However, if someone actually believes in astrology, I'm not gonna be fucking annoying to them, and I'm gonna be like pushing my beliefs and thoughts inside their mind. If they want to believe it, they do whatever they want, as long as they're not hurting themselves. So yeah. Even if someone wants to sit down with me and talk about astrology all day, I'm gonna be like, sure, why not? It's like, I don't care too much, but I'm gonna learn one thing or another, or at least I'm gonna learn how astrology works. So I'm leaving the conversation with more knowledge than when I entered it, and I think that's valuable. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. That's a hard one. It's a very hard one, because I think ever since I started going to therapy, actually I don't go to therapy anymore, for it's been 2 years already, but since I've gone to therapy for like 6 to 7 years with a good therapist. I've gone to therapy before that and didn't go very well, but I've gone to actual good therapy for 6 to 7 years, and it really like aligned my things. And it even in one of my videos, I think it was the coping with ego video that I talked about how you can't feel something without having an automatic thought accompanying it. So I don't believe like your head and your heart are two different things. I just think they're like off sync sometimes. Some people might be feeling something, but they're not thinking like critically about why they're feeling a certain way. So I don't think I'm inclined to follow one or the other. I just think like I found some kind of way of making both my heart and my head work in the same plane. Does that make sense? Usually prefer doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Okay, I usually prefer to just wing it. Like, winging it makes life more fun, because surprises, and winging it just gives you more opportunities. Like, you know what, today I'm gonna go to the market. You know, like I don't like leaving my house too much. I am a house dweller. However, one of these days I was like, you know what? It's not raining. It's not a bad day. I'm just gonna walk my dog and go to the street below. Like, it's just something that just pop into my head. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I do like to do that. However, given our constraints and given our society, sometimes that's not possible when you have to abide to the daily routine. So as much as I prefer, which is yes, I don't think it's possible all that often. So yeah, I do prefer. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. If I were gonna be answering this question a few years ago, a few years ago, I would be very, very, very worried. I think it was mostly because of my agoraphobia and like my social anxiety. Now I don't have much of those. Like, I still am an introvert. I still don't feel like going towards people and making like a huge like noise. I like just staying on my own. I don't think I care anymore. Like if I meet someone and we talk and the person is like kind of head buddy. I'm gonna use another example because I think examples are the best way of doing stuff like this. That same party I told you guys that my mom gave here a few weeks ago, one of her friends were very head buddy. Like she was a metalhead, and of course I'm a metalhead, so we had something to talk about. And she told me that she went to a Gojira concert, and it's one of the things that I wanted to do the most. However, she was whining about something that Gojira did that didn't align with her political views, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to enter this debate because it's not important right now. And I don't care if she thinks that I'm an ignorant buffoon, or if she thinks that I don't have any alignment, or if she thinks that I'm against her. I don't care. It's just like, what? Why should I give a fuck? So, yes, I rarely worry about whether I make a good impression on people, but that's because of therapy and not because of just like my iron will and my steel determination. Well, fuck that. You enjoy participating in group activities? Not really. Not so, like, I think a few years ago I would just say I strongly disagree and I don't want to do any group activities at all. But the past few years I've been trying to expose myself a lot more to these things, and I've been having fun. Like, I'm not sure if Willow... Oh, speak of the devil, I was just gonna talk about Willow. There he is. Ever since I started hanging out with Willow a lot more, like we've been going to parties together, and even though like I never gone to a party, like in my 22 years, I had never gone to a party all like just you know what, let's go to a party. Willow was like, wanna go? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's just go. So I think I still prefer being on my own. I still prefer just being chill, but not as much as in the past. So I feel like it's a very comprehensible thing, you know. Like, I'm actually bring chat here. Okay, I'm gonna bring chat here because again I have to alt tab to see actual chat, so it's a little difficult to learn. Hold on, just a sec. Let me actually see if I can. Chat. Can I? Pause chat, highlight appearance aqui. Oh lord, can I drag this a little bit? Timestamps. Okay, there we go. I do want timestamps so I can. I see. Okay. I don't know why my chat didn't have any timestamps. I do like chat. Can I put it on this one as well? I don't think phone chat has as many options, right? Yeah. In any case, let's proceed. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. I fucking love these, and I think that's like not only a personality trait. I just think that's art, and something that I feel very strongly towards is like art should be felt by the person observing it or interacting with it, because observe it's like visual arts, but I still believe like everything can be art. For example, I have Uzumaki and Tomi, which both have very vague endings. I love Neon Genesis Evangelion. I just learned that it's Evangelion, it's not Evangelion, and I've been saying Evangelion for 30 years. Like, I do have, of course, everyone likes a very like tight, neat ending, like with a bow on top, very wrapped and neatly, and everything is fine. But I do feel like whenever the end is very vague, it just gives you so much opportunity to talk to people about things. And again, I do enjoy talking to people. It's just that I don't like talking to people for the first time. It's awkward. That's an exaggeration, of course, but for example, I think it was Bloodborne. I think it was Bloodborne. Me and Willow were talking about like the possible endings of Bloodborne, and it was so much fun. Your happiness? Why can I not word sometimes? Your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Dude, I'm gonna be doing Thankmas soon. So I don't think Thankmas is my accomplishment. Thankmas is not a thing that I am doing. I am just here, I'm just gonna sit on the fucking face of my computer for 24 hours and people are gonna accomplish things. I'm just giving them a push. So this couldn't be more my alignment than... This is my alignment. This is it. This is it. I love helping people achieve their goals and I love helping people help other people. I just love help. I think if everyone helped someone next to them, like imagine if one person helped another person and everyone did this, everyone would be helped somehow. So I think that's just invaluable. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Yes, and that's annoying. Like I always want to learn too many languages at the same time. Like right now I'm trying to learn Japanese, German, Russian, and French. And I never have time to experience and practice all of them. The one that I'm practicing the most is Japanese, but the other ones sometimes get put in the back burner, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, today I'm gonna practice guitar, and sometimes I'm like, you know what, there's that app on the internet that transform your keyboard, your QWERTY keyboard in an actual piano keyboard, and you can just play piano. And I was like, that's too many. I always end up leaving stuff behind because I want to do everything, and sometimes I want to do stuff like how do I put this? Sometimes I want to tackle game design, sometimes I want to tackle art, sometimes I want to tackle making music, sometimes I want to tackle philosophy and psychology. So I do have a lot of interests, and sometimes I even get overwhelmed by myself, which is sometimes annoying. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Nah. Like, I know things will always get worse, but I know that after things get worse, things will always get better again. I just believe that the world is like on a constant wave of chaos, and then alignment. What is the opposite of chaos? Why can I not think about things sometimes? Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Order. Okay, order. Order is a pretty good one. So, yeah, I do think that the world works in like a wave of chaos and then a wave of order, and everything is always like on this line. The line is straight, but the path you take is either going towards chaos or in order. And I feel like it takes a little bit of inner strength to go through the rough patches, because soon you're gonna get to a better patch. Of course, you can take a very big detour towards the worst side, and then go a very big detour to the good, quote unquote, side. But at the same time, it's like you're always going forward, you're always improving, you're always growing, so it's fine. So am I prone to worrying it? Not really. Yeah, I'm gonna strongly disagree with that one. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Fuck yeah, I don't like people I don't like when people put all of the responsibility of things in me, because I don't deal well with leadership. Like, how do I explain this better? Being in charge of things means that I have to be in charge of more things and more people, and I want to make everyone happy, and that is just not physically possible. Like, people differ so much that there's gonna be conflict, and they're gonna be butting heads at some point. And I feel like if I am in charge, I would just be too soft. I wouldn't have like a strong fist. The only responsibility that I have is like taking care of this dog that's on my lap right now, and my hedgehog, which is in the bathroom, and not dying. That's my biggest responsibilities. And those things I can do, and I can discipline my dog because I know she doesn't have like a different way of seeing how the world. Like if she pees on the carpet, I'm gonna yell at her and I'm gonna like take her toys away for a few hours, and that's my way. I know that she's not gonna be like, oh, you're abusing me because you're taking my toys away. Fuck that. So, you know, that's why I don't think I would be a good leader. I don't have a strong fist, so I do avoid leadership roles. However, now that I think about it, technically, I don't think it's a leadership role, but since I'm trying to build a community by being on YouTube and Twitch, it's kind of interesting. Because technically, I have to face that, so I'm gonna go agree, strong, not maximum agree, but I'm gonna agree strongly. I just haven't figured out what am I doing, and since the community is not that big yet, and there hasn't been any, I don't think there's any occurrence of people just butting heads against me and me having to take a big stance. Maybe on Oasis's streams, because I am a mod for her. That's a lot of things to think about, but I'm just gonna go with agree. I avoid leadership roles, but so if I have to take them, I try my best. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I strongly disagree with that one. Not only do I love seeing other people's arts, I love when people near me make art and I can like push that out. I can give them like encouragement to pursue that. May, my 2v2 partner, is an artist. Dave, which is the one who made the art for my channel, is an artist. Like I have like lots of musician friends. I have lots of I think the most artistic person I know is actually my best friend. Again, she is insane. She loves dancing, she loves singing, she loves any form of sculpture and performance arts. She likes theater arts. I remember when we were in like high school, she was even in the theater after school thingamajigger, and sometimes I would watch her and I'd be like, Jesus, that's insane. Imagine seeing the person that you know the most incorporating another person, another character. It's insanity. And I do think that art is one of the most valuable ways of a human being can present itself. And everybody always talks about, like, especially here in TES in Brazil, like everyone is always talking about like, what is the artist thinking when they're making this? And I don't think that's the important bit. I think like the important bit is what you are feeling when you were seeing the art, and how can you like connect to other people that see it the same way or different ways if you want to debate about the same art. So I feel like I need to respect art, even though sometimes I can see art on something. I still find that I need to respect it if someone else can see it there. I'm talking about like specific, this thing that I'm talking about specifically is like abstract music art. Abstract art I can sometimes see some stuff like, oh, I like the colors on this one. I don't need much more than that. But when it comes to abstract art and it's just someone like strangling a saxophone, I'm like, I don't understand. But you know what? If someone is feeling something about it, then sure, go ahead, keep doing your thing. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? No. This is a hard one to answer because I don't think the world would be a better place because of that. I don't think if you are a more feely type of person, if you're a more rational type of person, I don't think it would change that much. It would just be different. Because what does it mean to be better? Like, if everyone is rational and everyone is making rational decisions and choosing the best for themselves, I personally wouldn't like that much if everyone was doing that, because then everyone would just like go with the best and go with, like, wouldn't take risks. Like, there wouldn't be any like different jobs. It wouldn't be like the ball fondler or the TD expert or the anime TD expert. I'm just quoting the memes at this point. However, when people go with, if everyone only went with their hearts all of the time, then like everything would be chaos after some point, because everyone would be like, you know what, I'm gonna take risks on this thing. I take that, but not only that would make it so that people cannot reason with each other anymore. There wouldn't be like a common sense. Everyone would just do whatever they feel is right, and there wouldn't be no wrong. So I feel like it's a balance. You can't have everyone do one or the other. Just do the middle. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I do prefer to do that, and when I don't do that, I feel terrible. But sometimes I just procrastinate too much and I end up not doing it. So I'm gonna agree that I do prefer, but again, I think everyone procrastinates. Sometimes you just don't want to do something boring, and your brain is a perfect machine at making the tiniest things be the hardest things to do, because you just raise the difficulty before even attempting something. Like, sometimes, let's say you have an assignment, and I'm pretty sure if you sit down and do the fucking thing, you're gonna finish in like 10 minutes to an hour. Like, sometimes it's even shorter than that. Sometimes it's like you're gonna have to do the dishes. Like, if you go there and do the dishes, you're gonna finish in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. However, the fact that you're constantly thinking and grinding that inside of your head, it just makes the task seem much bigger, and you'll never go there and do it. So yeah, it's annoying. Procrastination fucking blows. You enjoy watching people argue. Okay. What do you mean with argue? Are we talking about arguing as in conflictually arguing, or are they having a respectful banter? Are they both talking from different perspectives of the same thing to both grow out of this, or are they just fucking going nuts and yelling like insane people? It's a hard thing to know. Because if two people are debating about two different aspects of something, I think I can learn a lot from that. If someone is talking about something and the other side is talking about other things, I can look at both sides of the coin before taking my own judgment. So I feel like that's growth right there. However, if they're just yelling at each other and calling each other names, then nobody's growing for that. Not me, not them, and I don't think anyone do. I'm gonna go with they're arguing respectfully and they're actually trying to learn something, and then I'm gonna agree. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yes, I do. I don't like drawing attention to myself because I don't feel like being the center of attention is something that rewards me. I feel like I just feel like people, how do I put this? I just feel like what I do is more important than what I am. So, for example, whenever I do a charity event like that, I'm not doing the charity event to be like, look at me. I'm doing this to everyone. Look at this charity. The charity is the important part, not the person. Because I don't think I'm great. I'm just the person that is trying to do what everyone else is doing. I think my grandpa is a far more fulfilled person, a far more intelligent person in many aspects than I am. My grandpa never went to school, but I still think he's smarter than I am because he has more wisdom, he has more experience, and he has more charity on his side. My grandpa has done amazing amounts of charity on his own way, both to people and to his family. So I think, like, I don't think I want attention to myself. I want attention to the things that I'm doing. Your mood can change very quickly. I think everyone can change moods quickly depending on what happens. However, when we're doing in Portuguese it's TCC. In English it would be behavioral cognitive therapy. So it would be that's funny, it'd be CT. I don't want to talk about that. It's funny in Portuguese. But when we're doing that specific line of therapy, paying attention to when your mood swings is one of the bases. When you feel like your mood is suddenly changed, that's when you stop and look at the thoughts that you're having to find the reason. So I think everyone's moods can change, but lately I've been pretty stable. I've been either like or yeah, I'm happy even though like things are not great. I've been pretty optimistic. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. No, like as a teacher I cannot do that. That would be, I don't even know the word that I want to use here. It would be stupid. I'm gonna use stupid. Stupid is not the best word, but it would be stupid. Imagine if your teacher got into the classroom and just spread shit all over the board and be like, do that. If you don't, you just suck. Right? That would be terrible. So never. I always am patient with people that are not as efficient as I am, and I try to teach them how to be more efficient. Try to teach them how to be better. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. It depends. It really depends. Depends on the size of the task, and not really. I tend to, if possible, I tend to divide the task in various segments. For example, the site is already complete, but I haven't recorded the Portuguese version of the video. So I just divide any task into smaller tasks so it's easier to digest, and it rewards my brain better. Like, oh, I finished this part of the task. Okay, I'm good. I have my dopamine filled for now. So do I do them at the last possible moment? I disagree, but sometimes I do procrastinate. You all has been fascinated to the question of what, if anything, happens after that. I don't care. I really don't care, to be honest. Like, we can spend our entire lives going after any question from anything about the universe. Anything that you want, you can question it. Is there a God? Is there other like forms of life billions of light years away? Is there like are there ghosts? Is there like is astrology real? All of these things, everything that's believed, everything that you need to believe to be true. I don't care. Like, you can believe whatever you want. I'm just gonna be doing my thing, because I don't think it matters right now. If I keep right now thinking about death, and then if I'm dead and there's a life after death, and if I'm dead and I'm gonna be like, is there something after right now that I'm dead? Is there something after death? It's like, you're always thinking ahead, and I don't think that makes any sense. I just want to live my life right now and do whatever I'm doing. And there are people that dedicate their lives and they want to do that. If you want to do that, go ahead, power to you. And there are people that want to dedicate their lives to finding the answer to these questions. And if they find the answers, they're gonna share with everyone, and everyone is gonna be like, oh. So I don't personally think that's for me, and I don't think that's a philosophy that I want to follow. But if another one person is doing that, then power to them, and I hope they find the answers. And again, if I do find there's a God, okay. If I do find there's life after death, okay. If there's no life after death, okay, then I'm already doing the thing. Like, everything is okay. Everything is passable. Everything doesn't matter, because if things happen after death or not doesn't change the fact that I have to live right now, you know. Because you don't know how death is. If you have conscience after death, what are you gonna be doing then? Are you gonna be thinking about what happened later again? It doesn't matter. Usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Nope. Not so much. I would strongly disagree with this one, but I'm just gonna slightly disagree right now, because again, I've been trying to push myself towards like interacting with people more, because if I had to give an objective reason, is that I don't have a fear of that anymore. I don't have an anxiety of socially interacting with people anymore. I'm just an introvert now. However, I don't want it starts to being a problem. It starts being a problem when it changes your life, when it affects your life and your ability to do stuff. If I want to go outside and talk to someone new, I want to be able to do that. But if I don't want to, then it's fine as well. If I want to go on a rock show with my friend and just hang out, like even though there's a lot of people, I want to be able to do that. But if I don't want to, then it's fine as well. Like I like the prospect of choice, the fact that you have many choices. You become bored or lose interest when the question gets highly theoretical. Nah, I disagree. I think both theory and practicality are both interesting. I just like learning. Learning is fun. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Fuck yeah. Jesus Christ. Sometimes. Like, I even... Oh, actually, this doesn't work in English at all. Because the word empathetic in Portuguese is empático. And I actually made a joke to my... Oh, interference. I actually made a joke to my therapist talking about that I was an empathetic person, as in pathetic to the point I'm so like I have so much empathy that I start being pathetic. It's how much empathy I have. Like I see people like suffering the tiniest things. Like one of these days my mother was sick. It was the week that I didn't stream because my mother was sick. She also slipped and fell, and she bruised both of her knees. Every time I saw her with her knees exposed and something touched it, my feet get cold. I feel the pain for her, basically. And that happens a lot. Like if I see people in hunger, and if I see people like suffering with depression, anxiety, if I see something that I've never seen in my entire life, someone who has like broken bones or glass bones, I still am gonna feel for them. But at the same time, I don't want to be this type of person that is just only given pity. So that's why I feel like starting to do charity is so important. I'm not doing this out of pity. I'm doing this because I think their lives can be better. If I can relieve that, they can be actual people. Or that sounded wrong. Let me try to rephrase that. I feel like they are actually great individuals. There are people in the suffering. There are people there. However, sometimes their suffering gets so bright to my eyes that I don't feel like I want to get just on a pity, oh, poor you, oh, poor you. I want to do something to help their inner person shine. That's what I wanted to say. That's better. Don't call people not people. That's not good. Usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Nah, I'm a very decisive person. If I feel like I don't want to do something, I just like, nah, I don't want to do this. Usually postpone, so no, I strongly disagree. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yep. I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna do it. Again, I'm a very right now person. Like, I don't want to do this thing, and everybody, are you sure? Like, I don't care. Like, I already made my choice, and if I keep second guessing, I'm losing time that I could be using for other shit. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Oh, here's what is happening. First of all, it's a long and exhausting week, so I'm gonna be tired. So no, I would never want to go out when I'm tired. However, in my experience, my weeks are very lonely. I'm alone a lot of the time and I'm doing all my things. So technically, a lively social event would be like the contrast to my regular life. So technically it would be good. So if I am tired from my routine, which is being alone, going to a social event would be nice. So I'm gonna disagree, but not that much. See what I mean? You enjoy going to art museums. I love it. I remember when I was 12. 12? Yes, when I was 12, I told my godmother that my dream was going to a museum. And I think like 6 months later, she took me with a motorbike to the museum. And I remember crying when I got there. That's how much I like museums. I loved seeing the skeletons and the fossils, and it's amazing. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I disagree. Again, I'm a pathetic person. to the point of patheticism. You like to have a to-do list for each day. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Again, it's not that I don't. It's not that I like it. It's just that I feel like I work better if I do. So every single day on my routine, I have it's not an actual list, a written down list. I have a list of things that I need to do before the day ends. So like, today's it's Friday. Friday is my washing clothes day. So Friday, I have to wash the clothes. My mother asked me to take Micah to the vet or whatever, or I need to walk my dog, or I need to like give a bath to Haruna, stuff like that. And then when I do everything, I feel like I'm relaxed and I've accomplished. I have a very accomplished day. I feel like I work best. However, I don't like the process of giving myself a number of things. It's effective, but it's not like I like it. So I like how efficient they are, though. Okay, I'm gonna agree a little bit because I like how efficient they are. You rarely feel insecure. Nope. I'm a very insecure person, but for different reasons. It's actually hard to talk about this because I feel insecure about certain aspects of myself, but I'm always trying to improve them. However, if they're like unimprovable, if they're just like something that I can't change, then I just kind of accept it, but I am insecure about it sometimes. I'm a lot better lately. Can I? Yeah, I'm a lot better. I'm gonna bring it a little bit here. You avoid making phone calls. I don't like calling people. I'm like this. If something is small enough that you can text people or WhatsApp them or Telegram them or sign or line them, whatever app you use, if you can message them with a text message, I think it's a lot better, because they might be busy, and when they grab their phone, they're gonna do. But if it's something urgent, and you have to call someone to do that, then I can understand. But I don't. It's not that I avoid. I just call people if it's absolutely necessary. I'm never gonna call someone out of a whim. And the only people that I actually call out of a whim, it's my grandparents, because they don't know how to text. And if I want to keep in touch with them, I actually do video calls with them, because my grandpa loves seeing me and my mother and my family on the phone, so it's even better. So do I avoid making calls? A little bit. I just call them if it's absolutely necessary. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I agree with that. I'm not gonna say that I like take time out of my day like is that thing that no. I just like debating with people, so I'm gonna agree with it. I spend a little bit of time thinking about what people told me, even if it's completely different from anything that I've ever experienced. And since I'm a very introverted person and my best friend is a very extroverted person, it's always cool for when she talks like, oh, I went to this party, and then like after the party we went to another party, and I'm already like preparing for my birthday, which is coming in like a few weeks, and like that's completely out of my comfort zone. But I love the interactions that we have, because it's cool to see that I can have a friend. It's such a great friend. She's my best friend on such a different human being. She's almost the opposite of me, and it's insane. I love it. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Yeah, most times. Like, contacting people, I always check on people. That's one thing that I have in mind all the time, and it's one of the things that I worry about a lot. I sometimes worry that I'm not giving my friends enough time, or I'm not, okay, let's calm down and try that again. Let me actually sip water. There's 24 hours in a day, and 8 of those hours you're sleeping, if you're having a healthy life, and I don't know, like 10 other hours are being used to work. So out of the 24 hours, 18 of those you're already wasting doing something, and then you have like I'm terrible with math. That's 2 to 20, that's 6 hours. You have 6 hours in a day to do whatever you want. And with this 6 hours, you have to do your hobbies, you have to do your chores around the house, you have to entertain yourself so you don't get bored. And then, I don't know, the rest of that you have to use to contact everyone. And if you have a lot of friends, I feel like I don't have enough time to give to everyone. Like if I open my phone list and then I have like 50 people that I have to talk, how do you talk to 50 people in like 6 hours? How do you have a conversation with all of them? And that's assuming that you're gonna use all of your free time just to keep in touch with them. That's scary to me. So I feel like I'm always trying to talk to people. Whenever I have some free time, and I text people, I send them a message and be like, how are you? Are you fine? Do you want to talk about something? How are you? How have you been? How's your family? I try to be a very present person. So I do call people a lot. And when it comes to activities, like I sometimes call, like, you want to watch something together, but it's something like more chill. And lately Willow has been the person that's making me a lot more extroverted and like going outside. So I'm not the one that is so far away when I feel the snake bite entering my veins. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it seriously. But yeah, I agree with that. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Nah. What depends. What do you mean back on track? I just find alternatives. So I'm gonna slightly disagree because, how do I put this? For example, one of these days stream wasn't working, my internet was being a bitch. I just recorded Zelda and then I fixed it. I just found another route. I know I didn't have people online, I didn't like do the hours on the streaming, but at the end of the day, I did the thing that I wanted to do one way or another. And I know a lot of people that would literally crack the floor beneath your feet and open the gates of hell to get to what they needed to do to go back on track, but I'm not like that. If you're still bothered by you are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I don't want to talk about which one, but there are some aspects of myself that I like to forget. And I've been a bad person in the past. Like, I've been a terrible person in the past. And sometimes you don't like to admit that. Sometimes you just want you to be like the safe haven, and you want to be the best person that you have ever been. But not only was I hurt and destroyed psychologically, I also was hurting and destroying other people psychologically. So yeah, I wasn't the best person always. I do feel like right now I'm the best person that I've ever been. And that's why I feel like I am always reminiscing, and that's why I always feel like I'm feeling bad about the past, because that is not me anymore. And that's why I feel like, ugh, that's gross. I don't feel like that's right anymore. I had time to reflect. You rarely contemplate the reasons for the human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, I don't care. As long as I'm here. You rarely contemplate. Yes, I agree. I was like, we're here, whatever, let's do it. Your emotions control you more than you control them. No. Again, I learned it's not that you can. Again, I learned that you cannot control your emotions. You can be like, oh, I'm not gonna be sad. You're just bottling it up. And that's not how it works. I'm not gonna be angry. No, you're still angry. You're just not punching things. It's like, you can't stop feeling. You can just understand how and manipulate yourself into viewing things a different way. So it's not that my emotions control you more than I control them. I disagree. Is that right? Your emotions control you? Yeah, disagree. You take great care to not make people look bad. That's a hard one. It depends. If you fucked up, I feel like you have to admit your mistake. So I'm gonna disagree with this one. If I fuck up, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, I fucked up. How can I how can I make up to you? And I'm gonna try to not make the same mistake again. And I feel like everyone should do that. Like if everyone makes mistakes, and if you make a mistake, you just atone for it. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. How do I put this? Yes, I do have bursts of energy, but I also think that organization and consistent effort is part. Like, I am being consistent on YouTube and Twitch, and sometimes I do feel like I have more energy than other times, but I still have to do it even when I'm not feeling that great. So, is it? Yes, I agree, but I'm still gonna be doing it even if I'm not feeling great, because I feel like consistency, like doing. I also already talked about this. I feel like motivation is a cheat code in your life. When you're motivated, you just go and do the shit that you're gonna do. However, when you wake up on that bad day and you're cranky and nothing is working, that's when you need to really show your power. That's when you really need to like show your teeth and claws and just gnaw at life, and that's hard. That's the hard part. And creating that consistency and being disciplined enough to do that is one of the hardest things that you can do. And I feel like I try to do that myself all the time. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take. I disagree, but not much. I don't like when people think highly of me. Again, I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like when people give me praise. I just want to be the best person that I can be. And if you want to praise things from me, praise things that I do. Don't praise me myself. Like, everyone thinks that I just say that to be a virtuosic, whatever, man. I don't care. I don't care about what people think about me. I just want people to be like, you know what? You did a good thing there. I'm like, thank you. I worked really hard to accomplish that, you know? So yeah, I don't think they're gonna get disappointed. I don't think people are gonna get disappointed in me because I'm always trying to work something out. I'm trying to make the work or the energy that I'm putting be the focus. I don't think they can be disappointed just because I am me. I exist, then you're disappointed. Oh, you exist, I'm so disappointed. No, that doesn't work like that, you know? You will love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I already do. Yes. You believe that pondering abstract... Oh, I should explain that. Micah, come here. Don't go. It's gonna start raining. Let me lock my door real quick. Okay, I don't want you outside. I'm gonna take rain. I should explain why I feel like that. Because I feel like when it comes to work, I don't feel like I want to butt heads with anyone else. I want to do things on my own pace. I want to feel like my accomplishments are my accomplishments, and I don't want to I don't want to have like arguments with people because of the way that they feel the work should be done. So yeah, just like that. Dog, we're gonna play later. I can't play now. Sorry. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I strongly disagree. I feel like if you want to use your time to do whatever the fuck you want, literally, if you want to use your life any way you want, just do it. I don't care what you're doing. It would be nicer if you were using your time to help yourself, others, the environment. Like, I feel like charity is a great waste of time, and so I don't care. Like, if you want to stay in your room masturbating all day, go ahead. I don't care. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. I disagree. I don't like bustling places. I don't like them, to be honest. If you want me to be honest, I don't like them. Whenever I am in a very crowded place, my brain tends to just like dissipate all of the crowd. I don't pay attention to them anymore. I pay attention to what I'm doing there. For example, me and Willif were listening to some live music. I'm paying attention to Willif and talking to him, and I'm paying attention to the music. I don't care about who's around me or what are they saying or what they're talking. And I don't like the environment that much. I just like being on my own a lot more of the time. However, that doesn't mean I can't enjoy going there with someone. I just don't like the actual bustling place. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I think that's just a lie. I'm gonna agree because I think it wants to know if I'm a very like empathetic person, which I am. But I don't think that's something that you can do. Like, sure, you're gonna get into the room and someone is sad, and you're like, oh, you're sad. That's obvious. The person is like not feeling well. However, you're not understanding how they're feeling. You don't know what caused them to be sad. You don't know if they're like sad or if they're depressed, or if they are unsure, if they're insecure, if they're like, maybe they just have like a colic. What's the name of the thing? Like period cramps, intestinal cramps. Maybe just have cramps. You don't know. You don't know how people are feeling unless you ask them. And if they don't want to talk about it, you're just gonna be on the dark. And you can just offer your support. You can just be like, I'm here for you if you need. So I don't think that's a thing that you can do. You can't be like, oh, I know exactly how you're feeling. Like, whatever. That doesn't work like that. So I'm gonna agree, but not too much. You know, I'm gonna agree, but not too much. You often feel overwhelmed. Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Sometimes I feel like this is not for me. Sometimes it's kind of complicated because many times in the past I've actually tried to take my own life, and I didn't want to live. The desire not to live, to not live. I can't talk. The desire to not live is something that I've had for a long time, and that doesn't necessarily mean I want to die, or that doesn't necessarily mean I don't want I don't like living. It's just that sometimes I don't feel like this is for me. I sometimes don't feel like living is it's very you know, like this with me. Sometimes I just feel like I wish I was atoms in space-time, just floating around, not having to worry about things, don't have a conscience. It's difficult. It's hard to talk about. Don't worry, I'm not depressed, and don't worry, I'm not gonna harm myself. It's just sometimes I don't feel like... it's just sometimes I feel like I don't belong. And I guess everyone has that sometimes as well. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Depends on the thing. Like, if I'm gonna do a recipe, I love cooking, by the way. If I'm gonna do a recipe, I'm not gonna fucking skip steps. That's just stupid. I'm not gonna get the result that I want. I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna do the recipe, and I'm gonna skip all of the steps, and then I'm gonna eat garbage after. Like, nah, fam. But when it comes to certain things that I know you can skip things without affecting the end result, sure. So I'm gonna disagree a little bit. No, I'm gonna agree a little bit. It's actually the other side. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Nah. I really don't care. Like, I don't like controversy. Everyone does whatever the fuck they want as long as they're not hurting anyone or the environment. Just do whatever you want. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I've done that already, I think. It's one thing that I do a lot that is not a good trait of my personality, I feel. Everyone is like always talking about how self-preservation is the basis of existing and you should always think of yourself before everyone else. But I think I'm happy with whatever. I'm content. Like, I'm fine if I don't have the best and most bombastic life ever. I don't care if I'm a billionaire. I don't care if I die tomorrow. And I feel like some people care more about those things than I do. And if it's gonna make them happy, sure, go ahead. You can go in front of me in line, I don't care. You struggle with deadlines. I give myself them, and I don't struggle with them because I enforce them very heavily. I'm a very disciplined person when I want to be. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, they always do. They work out. Oh, someone's texting me. They work out for people in... It's the thing that I was talking about, like the straight line. They work out and then they don't work out and then they work out again. You're just snaking around that thing, which is normal. I'm gonna say other. I really don't understand this anymore, to be honest. It's one of the things that I've been questioning for a few years now. This will determine your avatar in the result screen. Oh, so it doesn't matter. Results. Let's see what we got. How long have I been babbling to you guys? I've been babbling for 1 hour and 18 minutes. Okay. Advocate. I'm an Okay. Advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. Okay. Look at me. I have a little thingamajig. I'm pretty sure this is a different result that I got a long time ago. I think the last time I did this was 2016? 17. Around that time. And I think I got INFP-A. We can look at INFP-A later to see. Because that's what I'm saying. Personality is something mutable. You're always changing. You're always becoming something else. Okay, 79% introverted. Yep, that's me. I would be 100% introverted a few years back, but now I'm okay with sometimes not being that way. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. Yes, that's me. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They value originality and focus on hidden meanings of distant possibilities. Sure. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. Yes, that's true. Judging. What? Judging individuals are decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferred structure and planning to spontaneity. I guess I'm in the middle of the road. I'm a prospecting and judging person. That's like 51%. I'm just in the middle of the road. Judging individuals are decisive and thorough. So I'm 50% thorough and 50% organized and 50% decisive. I have 50% of the predictability and closure. Yep, that's me. I'm 50%. Assertive. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress. Yes, they refuse to worry too much and tend to be self-confident when striving to achieve goals. Yes, I'm just like, you know what, whatever. Just do whatever you guys want. Before we move on to your profile, would you like to make a copy? Nah, I'm fine. How about no? Sure, send me whatever. We've just emailed your results. Now let's start exploring your personality type. Okay, let's do that. Let's read about myself a little bit, shall we? I'm an what is this? Notifications. Finish setting, whatever. Okay. Treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they are capable of being. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Advocates may be the rarest personality type of all, really, but they certainly have their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled. They aren't content to coast through life. And this sentiment, no. They want to stand up and make a difference. Sure, I want to make a difference, but if I don't, then I'm fine as well. Again, I think this is that 50% thing that I was talking about. For advocate personality, success doesn't come from money or status, but from seeking fulfillment. Yep, I'm a very introspective person, and I feel like I'm a very stoic person as well. Like, I feel like virtue is in being, not doing, or rather, virtue is in doing, not what you have. Helping others and being a force of good of the world. Sure, I love doing that. While they have lofty goals and ambitions, advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. People with this personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Conscientious to the core, they move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim to never lose sight of what truly matters, not according to other people or society at large, but according to their own wisdom and intuition. Yeah, I just want to do the things that I want to do. That last sentence right now. Where is it? There we go. This thing is basically what I strive for. Seeking purpose. Perhaps because their personality type is so uncommon, advocates tend to carry around the sense, whether conscious or not, of being different from most people. With their rich inner lives and their deep, abiding desire to find their life purpose, they don't always fit in with those around them. This isn't to say the advocates can't enjoy social acceptance or close relationships, only that sometimes they feel misunderstood or at odds with the world. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't think this is 100% accurate, because I don't feel like I have a rich, deep inner personality or life of purpose. I'm just living. I'm happy with just being and doing the things that I'm doing. And it's raining in my room again. That's fucking obnoxious. Hold on, dog. Dog. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, because it's actually raining in my room, and that is not fun at all. This is one thing that has been happening lately. There's a lot of dirt that gets accumulated on the ceiling, and whenever that happens, and it rains, the dirt gets dislodged, and my room gets a little drippy. It's nothing. It's not like actual just constant dripping. It's just like annoying dripping. There we go. Let's keep reading whatever I was talking about. Where was I? There we go. Fortunately, the sense of being out of step doesn't diminish advocates' commitments to making the world a better place. Advocates are troubled by injustice, and they typically care more about altruism than personal gain. Yeah. They often feel called to use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. Nothing lights up advocates like changing someone else's life for the better. Sure, I do like doing a lot of charity. Many advocates see helping others as their mission in life, and they are always looking for ways to step in and speak up for what's right. People with this personality type aspire to fix society's deeper problems in the hope of unfairness and hardship that can become things of the past. At times, however, advocates may focus so intently on their ideals that they don't take adequate care of themselves. Yep, that is me. Remember the empathetic trait? Yeah, I'm pathetic empath. A pattern that can lead to stress and burnout. Yes, I do burn out and stress. I mean, I do burn out easily. Connecting with others and themselves. Advocates may be introverted, but they value deep, authentic relationships with others. Few things bring these personalities as much joy as truly knowing another person and being known in return. Advocates enjoy meaningful conversations far more than small talk, and they tend to communicate in a way that is warm and sensitive. This emotional honesty and insight can make a powerful impression on the people around them. A few close relationships, provided that they are genuine, can fill advocates' hearts to the brim. Thoughtful and compassionate. Advocates pour a great deal of energy and care into their relationships. This doesn't mean they always feel appreciated in return. Advocates tend to act with great thought and care, and it can frustrate them when other people don't recognize their good intentions. As a result, even constructed criticism may feel incredibly personal or hurtful to these personalities. Not really. Again, if someone is annoyed at me, like I agree with the first segment, that I do spend a lot of my time trying to connect with people around me. However, the thing about like criticism and wait, what? Constructive criticism. Yeah, it's criticism. I don't think criticism hurts me because, again, I feel like I want to better things that I want to do. So if people are criticizing what I want to do, Like, I'm doing something and they're like, oh, I think this would be better. Then fine, I'm just gonna do that and change and take into account and think about what they're doing. But I'm not gonna be hurt if someone is telling me like, oh, your feet too big. I'm like, whatever, you know? Or like, oh, get better hands, get bigger hands. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Many advocates feel that their life has a unique purpose, a mission that they were put into this earth to fulfill. I'm not one of them. For people with this personality type, one of the most rewarding aspects of life is seeking out its purpose. Nope, I don't care. And then, once they found it, striving to do it justice. When advocates encounter inequity or unfairness, they rarely give up. Instead, they consult their intuition and their compassion to find a solution. With their innate ability to balance their heart with the head, yes, that is me, advocates are hardwired to right the wrongs of the world, no matter how big or small. These personalities just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of everyone else, they need to pause sometimes and take care of themselves as well. Yep. Advocates you may know. Martin Luther King. Oh, there he is. Nelson Mandela. Sure. Mother Teresa. Marie Kondo. Lots of activists here. Lady Gaga is kind of random. Nicole Kidman, I don't know who it is. Morgan Freeman. Sure. Jon Snow? James Wilson. Aragorn. I'm Aragorn. Galadriel. Tom Kirkman. I don't know who those are. Rose Bukater. What the fuck is her name? Desmond Hume. I don't know who that is. Adamir. Michael Schofield. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. And Matthew Murdoch. Okay, let's go to our strengths and weaknesses. Should I be reading everything here? That's a lot of things to be reading. What? Did internet just drop again? It tends to do that after the first refresh. Okay. Stop. Okay, it stopped raining on this side. I can bring the mouse back. Hold on, guys. Okay, let's go. Strengths and weaknesses. Advocate strengths. Creative. Advocates aren't exactly like everyone else, and that's what wonderful thing. People with this personality type embrace their creative side. Insightful. These personalities know all too well that appearances can be misleading. Advocates strive to move beyond superficiality. Okay, that's see. Principled. Advocates tend to have strong beliefs and values. Yep. Particularly when it comes to matters of ethics. Sure, I am a very ethical person. Passionate. Advocates crave a sense of purpose in life. Rather than living on autopilot or sticking to the status quo, they want to chase after their ideals. This isn't a personality type that shies away from the big dreams. In fact, advocates are energized and impassioned by the beauty of their visions of the future. This one, not so much. Like these three, yes. This one, not so much. Again, I do have a lot of how do I say? I do have a lot of drive to pursue certain things. However, if my life ends tomorrow, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I didn't achieve anything else. I need to achieve something big. I don't care. Altruistic, sure, too much at times. So that people with this personality type aren't happy to succeed at another person's expense. Advocates want to use their strengths for the greater good, and they rarely lose sight of how their words and actions might affect others. Yes, that is indeed. Sensitive to criticism. I am not, to be honest. This one I already know that I am not. Advocates are adverse to feedback, that is, unless they believe that someone is challenging their most cherished principles or values. Nah, I don't care. If you want to criticize me, do, as long as you're criticizing something in a manner that you want me to be better, and I want to be better, so I'm gonna take that in. Reluctant to open up, definitely. I have a hard time opening up to people about certain topics, and I just tend to like humor everything, just bring in humor. Advocates value honesty and authenticity, but they're also private, yes. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles, not wanting to bother someone else with their issues, yes. Unfortunately, when advocates don't ask for help, they may inadvertently hold themselves back and create distance in their relationships. Sometimes that happens. Perfectionistic. The advocate personality type is all but defined by idealism. When this is a wonderful quality in many ways, it doesn't always leave room for the messiness of real life. Advocates might find it difficult to appreciate their jobs, living situations, or relationship if they're continually fixating on imperfections. No, I don't care. Romantic relationships. Okay, let me give it a little sip, a little sippage, because I'm babbling like a buffoon and it's hard to keep it up. Advocates look for the depth and meaning in their relationships, and their romantic relationships are no different. This is a personality type known for having vibrant, vivid imagination, but few advocates can imagine themselves settling for a match founded on anything less than true love. Yeah, I'm demisexual. I don't know if that's the word in English, but I am a demi in Portuguese. I need to trust the people a lot to involve myself sexually with them. It can take time for advocates to find compatible partner. Some people might think that advocates are too choosy, and it's true that these personalities can be prone to unrealistic expectations. With their perfectionistic, idealistic nature, advocates might be tempted to hold out for a perfect partner or relationship that ultimately doesn't exist. The good news, advocates' idealism, if balanced with just enough realism, can actually enhance their love life. It's not that I'm looking for someone. I'm just fine with not having anyone. That's the thing about I think these personality tests can't measure is like my free will to break free from certain things that might benefit my type. It might be like something that it's prone for my personality type to do, but there's something that I can just not do some stuff. I don't need to perfectly fold myself to fit these expectations right here. And I feel like the expectations of like I'm gonna find a partner, it's like I don't care. If I find someone, fine. If I don't, whatever. I don't care too. Like I don't think okay, let's actually, since I got here, let's talk about this. I feel like when you go into a relationship with someone, you need to be ready psychologically, and you need to be ready physically and emotionally. Sorry, I forgot the third step. So you're not gonna enter a relationship that's gonna be healthy if you're not healthy yourself. The relationship is gonna suffer from that. And sometimes, like, I am healthy psychologically, I'm healthy emotionally, and I'm healthy physically to have a relationship. However, I don't feel like relationship is my focus right now. Like, I don't have time to be doing that. Like, I want to spend time doing my charity. I want to spend my time doing my streams. I want to spend my time improving myself, like reading my books or learning a new instrument, experimenting new things, and trying to improve the things that I can accomplish with my hand fingers. And when it comes to that, I feel like if I have a love interest in my life, I feel like I would either not give them enough attention. I would be a half-ass kind of relationship because I'm focusing so much on myself, or I would have to let go of the things that I want to do so I can focus more on them. So it's basically a matter of time. I don't feel like I have enough time to be spending on a relationship, and if it comes, I'm gonna slowly morph myself and morph the relationship in a manner that I can accomplish both things at once. However, change comes with a lot of energy put behind it. Everything to change you need to put energy into, and everything to change needs to have a mode, and I don't have the mode yet. And if that time comes, I can mode it slowly. I'm not gonna be moding right now, waiting for that day to come. If I have a mode here that sometimes might come like years later, I wasted time doing this that I'm not gonna use for all of that time, and I could have using that for another thing. That's the thing. I think time is a currency. Like, I use time as a currency, and if I'm gonna waste money, supposedly I'm gonna waste money on this mode for my relationship to be good in the future, but I don't have a relationship. You don't buy like a tire for your car if you don't have a car. Know what I mean? That's what I think about. Okay. That's it. Is this for real? What? Advocates tend to be attuned to their core values, keenly aware of what matters to them on a soul level. This helps them look beyond surface level attraction and understand whether they're compatible with someone on a deeper, meaningful level. These insights are essential for helping advocates avoid matches that aren't founded on authenticity or shared principles. Advocates care about integrity, and they tend to be bristle when people try to change them or talk them into something that they don't believe. I completely disagree. I change my beliefs a lot, and I love talking to people about that. As a result, advocate personalities gravitate toward partners who appreciate them as they are. Yes, I do. I would love someone in my life that appreciate the fact that I like to better myself a lot, and I like my books, and I like being introverted. I like doing the things that the way that I'm doing. However, if someone comes into my house and convinces me that I'm wrong of something, I'm not gonna keep my belief. I'm not gonna feel attacked. I just want to grow. Like, growth is important for me, and that's the thing that I don't think it's representing very well here. As romantic partners, advocates are warm, caring, honest, and insightful, and they patiently work to uncover their loved one's innermost needs and desires. Once advocates do find a suitable relationship, they rarely take it for granted. Instead, they tend to look for ways to grow as individuals and strengthen their connection to their partner. Yes, this can help advocates' relationship reach a level of depth and sincerity in which many people can only dream. Sure. The power of love. People with this personality type can create a depth to their relationships that can hardly be described in conventional terms. Because of their sensitivity and insight, advocates can make their partners feel heard and understood in beautiful ways. Advocates aren't afraid to express their love, and they feel it with all their hearts. One of the things advocates find most important is establishing a genuine, deep connection with the people they care about. Yes, that is true. I have deep connections with everyone I care about, and if I don't, I try to push towards that. Advocates tend to recognize that love isn't a passive emotion, but rather an opportunity to grow and learn. Everything is an opportunity to grow and learn. And they expect their partners to share those mindset. As a result, relationships with these personalities are not for the uncommitted or the shallow. Depends on the relationship. If I want a relationship with love, yes, I'm going to go for a relationship with love. If I just want to kiss a mouse, then yeah, I'm going to go kiss a mouse. Advocates are intensely passionate in ways that transcend the present moment, and what truly fulfills them is the way that loving, meaningful relationships evolves and depends over time. Yeah. In their heart of hearts, people with the advocate personality type crave an emotional and even spiritual connection with partner. I did that a lot more in the past, but nowadays I'm just like, you know what? I just want us to be happy. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but also what it means to become one with another person's mind and body and soul. Yeah, I'm a very tantric person when it comes to that. Friendships! Wait. What is happening? Hello? My phone died. Is everything still working? Yes, everything is still working. Jesus, that scared me. Because I've been babbling for a while, and losing all of that babbling would be annoying. Okay, friendships. The most I can do for my friend is simply be his friend. What? I don't understand this phrase. Advocates rarely settle for shallow, superficial friendships. When it comes to social fulfillment, they aren't satisfied by casual interactions with colleagues or classmates. Advocate personalities crave the authentic, meaningful friendships that allow them to share their dreams, bare their souls, and feel understood and accepted for who they are. Yes. And if that means having just one or two confidants rather than a wide circle of acquaintances, so be it. Yes, that is true. While advocates may seem quiet or reserved to the world at large, they absolutely light up around their close friends. Few things bring them more pleasure or delight than talking through their passions, interests, and beliefs with a kindred spirit. People with this personality type enjoy the pleasure of their own company, but advocates still find liberating to let the guard down and be completely and utterly themselves with a friend they know they can trust. Yeah, that's pretty on point. That was the most on point so far. Searching for a heart of gold. Advocates are known for having great expectations, not just for themselves, but also for their friendships. High on this list of expectations is authenticity. If advocates have to be fake or tone themselves down to gain someone's approval, then that person probably isn't the best friend for them. Yeah, I don't bow myself to fit people's standards. If you want me, you're gonna have me the way that I am. And it's hard for people with this personality type to respect someone who won't be honest with them in return, yes. Let alone anyone who can be honest with themselves. Another expectation that advocates bring to their friendships is mutual support and growth. Always. That's important in any relationship. Having fun together is wonderful, but for these personalities, this isn't quite enough. Advocates want to surround themselves with friends who inspire them to learn and expand and improve themselves. For them, the surest way for two friends to deepen their bond is by helping each other move forward in their respective life missions. I do this all the time. I want my artist friends to be better artists. I want my vocalist friends to be better vocalists, and so on and so forth. In friendship, advocates aren't just searching for someone who spend time with. They want to find a soulmate, someone who resonates with their life passions and convictions. This is a tall order, and advocates may feel that it's difficult to meet sort of friends that they're seeking. Because their personality type is so rare, advocates may meet relatively few people who really remind them of themselves. As a result, they may worry that they need to settle for less than fulfilling friendships or else accept being alone. This is the sad truth about this part, and it's pretty spot on. Sometimes I do feel like I'm lonely. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, I wish I had like more things, but sometimes my friends are busy. Like sometimes one of my friends is dealing with her own bullshit, and it's like life is filled to the brim with either good opportunities or garbage, and she's dealing with her things, and I can be there for her, but if she doesn't need me, then I don't want to bother her with my own business. And sometimes I feel like I don't want to meet someone new, because when you meet someone new, it's going to be a shallow relationship. And if I want to have a deep, meaningful relationship with someone, I really need to strive and try to be as honest with them. And it takes time. And again, time for me is a currency. And the amount of time it would take to make a new friendship just so I can have like these kinds of moments, I prefer just settling to, I just want to be alone right now, and I can slowly like untangle my problems. I don't need to talk to people about them if I can just like slowly untangle them. And if my friends are available, then yeah, I'm gonna go to them right away. But it's kind of hard. That's why I feel like having few friends is nice, because it's a deep, meaningful conversation. But sometimes they're not available, they're not there for you, and then you just need to deal with it in any other reason that you can. Loyalty and authenticity. Fortunately, people with this personality type are more than capable of finding the type of friends they long to meet. They might just have to devote additional energy to it. Sometimes these friends may be hiding in plain sight among acquaintances whom advocates simply don't know all that well. This personality type is known for having astute first impressions of other people, but even advocates can miss the deeper potentials of people they encounter on a daily basis. When they give these people a chance, advocates may find that they share values and attitudes that make them compatible on a deeper level. Me and Willow, basically. Me and Willow, we were in the same school and in the same class for 2 years, and we didn't talk at all. Like the only thing that we had in common is that both our hairs were big. But as soon as I just found out that Willow also streamed, I came to his stream, and now Willow is probably one of my best friends right now. Like we just connected on that level. Once they do find genuine friendship, advocates make loyal, caring companions. At times, they may even be surprised at the fierceness of the loyalty or the devotion they feel toward their friends. Few situations in life bring out advocates' bravery and commitment, quite like the opportunity to stand out for a friend who needs them. Yeah, I would go to war for some of my friends. And I don't even like war. I despise war. It's one of the things I despise the most. With their trademark warmth and enthusiasm, advocate personalities support their friends' efforts and growth to expand their lives. I like expanding lives. It's fun. Ultimately, the only way to be counted among advocates' true friends is to be authentic, honest, and real over the years. Advocates may end up with just a few true friendships rather than a wide circle of casual acquaintances, but as long as those friendships are built on richness and mutual understanding, advocates wouldn't have it any other way. Parenthood. I doubt, like, I don't want to have kids, but let's see what it has to say about me. My instinct is to protect my children from pain, but adversity is often the thing that gives our character and backbone. As parents, advocates have a clear vision of what matters for them, raising their children to be independent and all-around good people. Advocate personalities take their responsibility seriously, and if they become parents, they think deeply about how they can shape their children's lives and experiences in positive ways. That's exactly it. I don't want to have children because I don't think I have the personality traits, and I don't have the patience, I don't have the time, I don't have the effort to make my child have the best formation up until it's an independent child or adult. But since I don't think I have that, I don't want to have children. I'm not gonna put children in the world if I'm not gonna give them everything that they need. Personalities, most life worth life pursuits. Advocates keep sight of a joy and fulfillment that they struggle with raising a child. Yeah, I'm not. Be unique just like me. Yeah, if I had a child, I would want it to be just do whatever you want. It's fine. Just have a good life. Time is ticking. We're gonna die soon. So just do whatever you want. Have as much fun as you want. And be happy. While advocates bring many gifts to raising children, it's important to know that no parents are perfect. No parents is perfect. That's weird to say. At times, advocates may hold their children to unrealistic standards. Nah, whatever. A job well done. Yeah, I don't care. I don't have children and I don't plan to, so it's not really my thing. Let's go to conclusion, because career path is kind of weird. It's gonna be activist probably. Let me just take a quick look. Teachers, yeah. Therapists, yep. Psychologists, social workers, yep. Yoga instructor, that's kind of weird. But yeah, most of them are right. I'm a teacher. I dabble in psychology and I dabbled in therapy. Okay, let's go conclude our things, because this is going for a lot longer than anticipated. I didn't expect it to take this long. And after this, I still have to record one video and it has to come out today, so yeah. In the end, it's your actions, how you respond to the circumstances, that reveals your character. What you have read so far is just an introduction into the complexities of the kind-hearted, creative, and incredibly rare advocate personality type. Along the way, you may have muttered to yourself, wow, this is so accurate, it's a little creepy. Finally, someone understands me. You may even have asked, how do they know more about me than most people that I'm closest to? I didn't say any of those things, I don't think. Some things were very close, some things were not. If you feel understood right now, it's because you are. Years of research has given deep insights into the unique strengths. Advocates give includes the idealism. That's why we made our mission to help advocates like you not only appreciate your gifts, but also make the most of them. Nice. Okay, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Like, I think I got to say most of the things that I wanted. Stop raining. I think I said most things that I wanted. I exemplified everything that I believe in, and I think I made a good explanation of why I chose every single option. Yeah, I gave my best insight in them, and I think that's why it took longer, because I think the test is supposed to be quick, and then you're supposed to spend a lot more time reading. But since I had to give an explanation for everything, I ended up like taking almost 2 hours. But in any case, thank you guys very, very much for watching. I'm definitely gonna post this on YouTube. I'm not gonna miss the chance to post on this on YouTube. It's gonna be fun as fuck. And again, the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm going slower, the reason why I'm just doing like a fucking quiz is because I'm gonna preserve myself this week, because on Friday I'm gonna be doing a 24 charity. Why do I do this all the time? I'm gonna be doing a 24-hour charity live stream, so I want to be on the best of my ability, and that's why I didn't want to spend like a lot of time stressing about games and grinding things and stressing out. I just want to have a little bit of fun. It actually went longer than anticipated. I just wanted to do like a very quick stream, but I didn't expect this to be like a 2-hour ordeal, but it's kind of fun. I don't mind. It would be like the same length of God of War type of thing. In any case, thank you guys very, very much for watching. Don't forget, people on YouTube, right, people on Twitch. First, I'm gonna talk to people on Twitch. People on Twitch, this Friday, charity live stream. Don't forget. People on YouTube, don't forget, when you're watching this on YouTube, the videos for Tankmas are already gonna be out. So go there, watch them, spread the word, because Friday, the 9th of December 2022, it's gonna be a 24-hour charity live stream, and it's gonna be awesome. And we're gonna raise a lot of money for Tankmas, World Central Kitchen, and Ukraine war relief. So yeah, don't forget. I'll see you there. In any case, thank you guys very, very much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I enjoyed this a lot. I had a blast. And now, whenever people ask me, I can just go infja to people. I'm an infja. I'm an infja. Wait, what is the difference? Yeah, I didn't. Assertive, turbulent. Wait, what? I'm just gonna say I'm an because I don't know if I'm an A or T. I can just do whatever. In any case, thank you guys very much for watching. Kisses, stoodles, Johnny. See you later.